Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mastering SQL Server, a comprehensive training. This is part 3 where we are diving deeper into advanced system or built-in function in SQL Server. If you haven't seen part 2 yet, make sure to watch that first. It covers the basics you will need for these sessions. Let's jump right in. So in this session, we are going to discuss the system or built-in function in SQL servers. So what are the system or built-in function in SQL Server? SQL Server provides different system or built-in functions that perform specific operations and return a value. This function can be used in select clause or where clause or any SQL expressions. So following are the system functions in the SQL Server. The numeric functions, string functions, aggregate functions, date functions, conversion functions, and the ranking functions. Let's see one by one in detail with a real-time example. So first we'll discuss the numeric function in SQL servers. So the numeric functions are used to perform the mathematical operations, or it returns numeric results based on the given input values. So again, the numeric function is divided again. So and those functions are ABS, length, round, ceiling, and the floor. So let's have discussion about the absolute ABS functions. So ABS functions returns the absolute, the positive value of the number. So example here is select ABS minus 14. So it returns 14, positive 14s, and the ABS function removes the negative sign and returns the positive equivalents. Let's check in the real time. Let me open this Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio and run this query. So it gives me a 40, that is positive 40. Okay. Now let's discuss the next numeric function, that is length. So alien is used to means it gives the length of the given strings. Here is the example, that is select length Vijay. It gives the length of 5, and the length function is function counts the number of characters in the string excluding the trailing space. Let's check in real time. Okay, so here is the mistake. It gives us 5 as length. Now we can discuss the next numeric function, that is the round. So round is a numeric function. Round is a numeric value to a specified number of decimal places. So here is the syntax: round the number and the decimal places. Example, select round 60.6789 and the decimal place is 2. So it gives us 65.68. So here the number is rounded to the 2 decimal places. Okay, let's check in real time. So it gives us 6800. Now we'll discuss the next numeric function, that is ceiling. So it rounds a number to the nearest integer value. In example here is select selling 15.67. So it gives us the 16. So selling is always rounds up regardless of the decimal value. Let's check in real time. So here it gives us a 16. So the next numeric function is the floor. So floor rounds the numeric number down to the nearest integer value. Example is select floor 15.67. So it gives us the 15 as a result, and it always round down ignoring the decimal part even if greater than 0.5. Let's check in real time. So it gives us the 15. Now the next SQL built-in function is string. So string functions are used to perform operation on a text data such as formatting, searching, trimming, or transforming strings. So they are very useful for cleaning data, comparing text, or preparing outputs. So following are the types of string functions in SQL servers, and those are lower, upper, ltrim, rtrim, length, substring, replace, concat, reverse, char index, left, right, space, ASCII, replicate, soundex, and the difference. So let's discuss one by one in details. So first is the lower. So the purpose of the lower function is it converts all the characters in a string to a lowercase. Example is select lower hello world. So it converts all the string hello world to the lower characters. Let's check in real time. So it gives us uh, the hello world in lowercase. Now the next string function is upper. So upper converts all the characters in a string to the uppercase. So here is example is select upper SQL Server. Okay, and it gives us the SQL Server kept in uppercase. So let's check that in real time. So we pass SQL Server as lowercase, and it gives us the SQL Server in uppercase. So next string function is ltrim. So ltrim removes the space from the left side of the string. Here is example of select ltrim space hello. Then it removes the space from the left side. Let's check it in real time. So I have added the multiple spaces before the hello. Now when I execute this, it gives me a hello without any space in left side. So next string function is the rtrim. The rtrim is used to remove the space from the right side of a string. Here is an example. Select rtrim. In that we pass the hello as a string, and after that we pass the multiple spaces, and it gives us the result as hello without space in the right side. Okay, let's check in real time. So I have added here multiple space. So it removes all the spaces from the right side. So next string function is the length. So uh, length is used to return the number of characters in a string, excluding it excludes the trailing spaces. So here is the example. Select length database and it gives us value as 8. Let's check it in real time. Okay, it gives us the length of string as 8. Now, so the next string function is substrings. So substring extracts the part of a string from the given position. Here is the syntax: substrings expression, start position, and the length. So here is the example: select substring SQL Server 1, 3. Okay, and it gives the result as SQL. Okay, so, it take the character start from S to the 3, 1, 2, 3. That means till the L. Okay, and after that it skips. The next string function is replace. So replace, it used to replaces all the occurrences of a substring with another string. Here is example of select replace I love SQL with SQL and the databases. Okay, so it gives us the result as I love databases. Let's check this in real time. So here SQL is getting replaced with the databases. Okay, so it gives us I love databases. So next string function is concat. So it combines two or more string into one. Here is the example: select concat SQL string 1 comma string 2. Okay, let's check this in real time. Here we are concatenating the SQL and SQL Server, so it gives us result as SQL Server. So next string function is the reverse. So it returns the reverse of a string. Here is example of select a reverse SQL. So it returns LQS. Let's check this in real time as well. So it gives us the reverse string. Now the next string function is char index. So it returns the position of a substring in a string. So here is an example: select char index a comma database. So it gives us 2. Okay, let's let's check in real time. Here it returns 2. Now the next string function is the left. So left returns a specified number of characters from the left side of a string. So here is the example of the left: select left database comma 4. So it gives us a data. Let's check this in real time. So one data. Now the next string function is right. So it returns the specified number of characters from the right side of a string. Here is an example of select right database 4. So it gives result as base. Let's check. Here is the base. Now the next string function is space, and it returns a string of spaces of a specified length. Here is an example of select SQL plus space of 3. plus SQL plus server. So it gives us SQL 3 space and then server. Let's check this in real time. Okay, here you can see the space. Now the next string function is SQL server. Server is ASCII. So ASCII returns the ASCII numeric value of the first character in a string. Select ASCII A. So it gives us 65. So let's check this in real time. Here is the 65 ASCII value of A. Now the next string function is replicate. The the replicate repeats a string a specified number of times. Replicate string integer. Here is the syntax, and the example is select replicate SQL 3 means it returns SQL as 3 times. Let's check in real time. So it returns SQL 3 times. If I change it to 2, then it returns SQL 2 times. Now the next string function is soundx. So soundx returns a phonetic code representing how a string sounds when spoken in English. Here is an example. Select soundx Smith. So it returns both returns S553. Let's check in real time. So here is the response. Now the last string function is the difference. So it compares two strings based on their soundx value and returns a number 0 to 4. Select difference Smith. So it gives a result as 4 similar, very similar. Let's check in real time. Okay, the higher the number, the more similar the word sounds. 4 strong match. Now let's discuss the next built-in function in SQL Server is aggregate or group functions. So the aggregate or group functions are used to perform calculation on multiple rows of a table and return a single summary value. So they are typically used with a group by clause when summarizing data. So following are the aggregate function in SQL servers, and those are sum, average, max, mean, count. Let's discuss one by one in details. The first aggregate function is sum. So it returns the total of numeric column values. Example, select sum of column name is salary as total salary from employee. Let's check in real time. Okay, so here is the total salary is 85,900. So let's check the value from the employee table. So here is this value. It gives us, if we use the sum, then it gives us the total as 85,900. Now the next aggregate function in SQL Server is average. So it returns the average mean of numeric values. So here is example is average select average salary as average salary from EMP. So let's check in real time. So the average salary is 10,737.5. The next aggregate function is max. So it returns the maximum or the highest value in the column. So let's check uh, the max in real time. So let's check these two. So max is 30. Here is 30, the max salary. So next aggregate function is min. So it returns the minimum or the lowest value in the column. Let's check in real time. So here is lower salary is 3950 and it gives us the 3950. Now the next aggregate function is count. So it returns the number of rows that match a specified condition. Here is an example. Select count star as employee count from EMP. Let's check in real time. So here is, it has 8 count, 8 rows, and it gives us employee count as 8. Now the next built-in function is SQL is date function. Date functions are used to perform operation on date and time values. They allow you to retrieve, modify or calculate with the dates in the SQL Server, and following are the date types in SQL Server, and those are get date, date part, date add, date difference, date name. So let's check uh, these date function one by one. So first one is the get date. So it returns the current system date and time. Let's check in real time. So it gives us the current date 31st of October 2025, and this is the time. Okay. Now the next date function is date part. So it returns a specific part of a given date, such as year, month, day, or hours. Here is the syntax, that is date part, part and date. So here is the example. Select date part, hour, and get date. Let's check this in real time. It gives us 0. Now, so you can extract the different parts of a date using keywords like Y for year, CM for months, DD for day, HS for hour, MI for minute. Okay. So next date function is date add. So it adds or subtract a specific time interval, that is days, months, years, to a date. So here is the syntax: date add, interval, number, and date. So select date add day by one and the get date. Let's check in real time. So it will add one day to the current get date, current date. Okay. So today is 31st of October, and if we add one day here, so it gives us the 1st of November with the time stamp. The next date function is date difference. So it returns the difference between two dates in the specified interval, that is year, months, days, etc. Here is the syntax: date difference, interval, start date, end date. So let's check this in real time. So it calculates the number of years between each employee. We can also add day, days, months for the interval. Uh, we don't have this column, okay, in our table. So first add this is the part. So you can you can calculate the date difference using the date difference functions. This is for you, okay. Now let's move to the next date function, that is date name. So it returns the name of a specific part of a date, such as the month or week. Date name, date part name, date. So let's check this in a real-time example. So it gives us the month of October. So the next conversion function in is the next built-in function in SQL Server is the conversion functions. So the conversion functions are used to change the data type or a format of a value. They are commonly used to convert numbers, dates, or other data types into strings, or the vice versa. Following are the conversions function in SQL Server, and those are convert and cast. So let's discuss these functions in a details. The first is the convert. So the convert function is used to convert a value from one data type to another type with an optional style parameter for formatting, especially useful for the dates. So syntax is convert, target data type, expression, and the styles. Let's have let's check this in real time. So it gives us the conversion. Okay, so it converts get date to the varchar. Okay, so here is some explanation is that the first argument varchar 25 defines the output data type and the size. The second argument get date is the expression being converted, and the third argument, the style code, controls the display format. So some common data type codes are the code style, style code, format, example, and the description. Style codes are 100, 101, 103, 106, 108, 109. Here is the format. Okay. Monday, DD, YY, HH, EMI, AM. These are the common use style codes. So the next conversion function is the cast. So it converts a value from one data type to another without using style codes. It is ANSI standard and supported across different databases. So here is the syntax: cast expression as target data type. So here is the example. Let's check this in real time. So it casts the current get date to this format. The next built-in function is ranking function. So the ranking functions are used to assign a rank or a sequential number to each row in a result set based on a specified order. They are especially useful for analytical queries such as finding the top end result or handling duplicates. All ranking functions requires the use of the over clause with an order by statement and optionally a partition by clause. Following are the ranking function in SQL servers, and those are the row number, rank, and dense rank. So let's discuss this in details. The first one is the row number, and it is introduced in SQL Server 2005. And the purpose of row number is it assigns a unique sequential number to each row starting from 1. The numbering restarts when the new partition is encountered. So here is the syntax: row number over order by column name, or row number over partition by column name, order by column name. Here is the example of the row number. Let's check this in real time. Okay, so it queues row ID 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So it assigns a sequential number based on the number order. If you use partition by department name, the numbering restart for each department. So let's check the partition by column name example. Let me close this tab. Okay, here is the syntax. Okay, here is the select query using partition by. Here we have used the department name, means partition by department. So it, for these employees we don't have the department name, so it returns null, and its order is 1 2 3 4 5. And when we get the department, then its order is reset and it starts with 1, and in this way it continues. The common use case is it used for deleting the duplicate rows while keeping one instance. Okay, so next ranking function is rank. It is also introduced in SQL Server 2005. It assigns a rank to each row based on the order specified. If two rows have the same value, they receive the same rank, and the next rank is skipped. So here is the syntax: rank over order by column name, and here is the example. So let's check this in real time. Let me remove this. So before that, let's check value of, means let's get the value of EMP table. Okay, Here is the value, right? Now this query gives us the rank. The first two, John and Ajay, have the same salary, so it gives us rank 1 1. So it skip the second rank and it continue with the third rank. Okay, so both John and Ajay share the same rank 1. The next rank 2 is skipped, so Rahul gets rank 3. Now the third ranking function is the dense rank, and it is also introduced in SQL Server 2005, and it works like a rank but does not skip the next rank number when there is a tie. Dense rank over order by column name, and here is the example. Let's check this in a real time. Here is the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 order by salary. We can just remove this descending. So John and Ajay has same rank, that is 1, and it continues with the 2 3 4 5 6 7. Unlike rank, the next rank is not skipped. After the tie at rank 1, the next row continues with rank 2. So this is all about the built-in function in SQL Server. If you feel this video is useful for you, so please like, follow and subscribe Tech channel for more technical videos and the more videos on the SQL Server. Thank you.